Well, yeah, that's a famous scene. Now, no, and anyone who by that time has read the book is going to, and who knows anything about world cinema will know that that's a famous scene. And there, the father is alone, and he's just wedded off his daughter. He's had a great speech about the need to construct happiness. Happiness just doesn't come. And it's got this great Kishu Ryu playing the father, and Setsuko Hara, great Japanese actors, playing the daughter, and it's filled with meaning. And so here you get sort of the opposite. Instead of life going on despite loneliness, everything finally catches up to him, and uh, the elaborate, very Norwegian-like thing that he says about I forget the actual phrase even that opens the novel, and then
Says May.
yeah, right, and that uh, closes it. It's a kind of irony, and Paulie knows that it's coming. And Paulie, early on, I think there's a scene where Paulie has the first glimmers of doubts about having let Big Frank, because some of the things Big Frank says about how what happened to the three other guys and how they got killed. One of the other mob bosses, I think it's one of the Patriarcha family, has some doubts, and they're questioning Big Frank, and Paulie seems to sense that something's a little bit off there. That Big Frank may have been off his game at the very least, if not doing something. And then at the end, we get the sense that Paulie knows that Big Frank has betrayed him, even though he doesn't necessarily come out right and say it. He says Big Frank. Is he saying Big? Is he calling for Big Frank because he wants Big Frank to save him? Is he calling Big Frank to point the finger at him? At this point, Paulie has no idea that Big Frank has just killed his soon-to-be ex-wife, or
He says you. He does not say Big Frank.
Oh, he does.
He
Okay.
says, yeah. He says you, and that's actually, you may have been misremembering that, because in
Yeah.
a later sequence they go over of the possible things he could have said. Big Frank would have led to too many ambiguities,
Yeah.
whereas you fits in perfectly with the moment.